Robert was instrumental in making all this happen, and being fans of the comic book first, we wanted to make sure that he was part of the whole process and not just in name only. So he has been instrumental in talking with Frank about where we were going to go for the first season, the detours we were going to make from the path that he's trailblazed, and the touchstones that are in the books that will be appearing in the TV series. He's been involved in casting, and he wrote the 4th episode.
I am always a huge believer that if I'm adapting somebody in whatever fashion, I want to please the author as well. Not just pleasing myself, I'm not just pleasing some mythical audience, I also want to please the author. I've worked, with Stephen King material on a number of occasions. I was, it doesn't work for me if Steve hates what I've done, So we do encourage Robert to speak up. We do embrace his input. We want this all to be a mutual effort. And Robert, on the other hand, is also very supportive of the idea of branching out from his narrative, because from the get-go I said there's so many good ideas we could work into this as we go along. That'll be detours, step off the path here and there. I want to follow his path, but there's no reason we can't take our time doing that, by introducing other ideas, new stories, etc. In the long run, we will have adapted Robert Kirkman's The Walking Dead. That narrative will be in place, but we're gonna stop and smell some really interesting roses along the way. And he's very, very supportive of that idea. He's always said to me, the TV series and the comic book do not have to be the same thing. In a way, I'm more talking him into. I do want it to be. I love the template he's laid down. I don't want to wind up having it be Gilligan's Island instead of Walking Dead, and at the end of the whole thing. So he's got a tremendously healthy attitude toward taking those detours. I think without Greg Nicotero, life itself would be impossible. Don't you think?
I do. I do. Certainly, and Life of the Undead.
The
Walking Dead, right.
His work is tremendously vital. His work, his team's work, KNB. He's had other zombie things he's done before, and hasn't had a chance to really explore all the sort of makeup ideas that he's wanted to. So, well, this is now the venue to do that. Let's take this as license to really to step it up. Bring your A game and explore every kind of variation on zombie that you've ever wanted to do. And indeed, that's what he's doing, and it's fantastic work. When
you're doing a TV series instead of a 2-hour movie, even with 6 episodes, we're almost 6 hours of material with his creations.
He also directs some of our second unit when we need that. He's really doing the jack of all trades approach to helping make this show. So I think very well of Greg.